Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Yes, after 1 year, I actually have something to talk about, something interesting in regards to the G70. Interestingly enough, it's actually a surprise even to me, and it has something to do with probably the biggest complaint I have about this car, but nonetheless, it's been 1 year, 7,200 miles. Let's take a look. 7,228 miles. 1 year, 7,228 miles. Man. Truth is, I don't care about this car as much as I used to. So here's what I'm going to do today in this 1 year update. I'm going to take this beautifully dirty 2022 Genesis G70. I'm going to go on my favorite back road for a spin. Actually, I'm going to turn it up and add some spirit into that spin. And give you my up-to-date thoughts as always, and thrash it on this back road and tell you exactly what that interesting thing I had to talk about is. Let's get to it. Speaking of interesting, it is not uncommon to be low on gas in this thing, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's start here in eco mode. Let's go ahead and throw it in eco mode. You can see it down there at the bottom. And we're gonna go for a nice little spin. I'm almost there anyway. I drove most of the way there. So we're gonna go for a nice little spin over to my back road. I've got the AC nice and on chill. Got our temperature around, let's go down to about 67. Let's do that. Just cruising. And let's start with this. This car, if driven in eco mode, is extremely comfortable. I already know most people are not going to go back into the catalog and watch older videos, and that's cool, because I guess I can hint on some of the things in the previous video in this one. So comfort, eco, you get all of that stuff with this car. The reality of it is, man, the low fuel thing, man, this thing is it's thirsty, it's fat. It's 3,800 pounds, somewhere around there. So don't expect to get Prius mileages with this car. For the record, that by no means is a complaint, by the way, either. That's just me acknowledging something about the car that some people, especially with these elevated gas prices, are gonna want to know before purchasing the car. But I will say this: eco mode driving, comfort mode, all that good stuff. You got your bolsters on relax, because you do have adjustable bolsters for the driver. They do squeeze and hug you. You know, you could ease those things and just cruise around and literally just drive this thing as an 18 to 20 mile an hour city car as a luxury vehicle. Just use it as that. But we're going to use it a little bit different today. We're going to use it how I've been using it, which is the #1 reason why I can't seem to stay above 15 to 16 miles per gallon since having this car. Yeah. As we get closer to the destination, I think we switch into our moods. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this to the right and get us into comfort mode. Let's adjust to the comfort of this cruise over to our primary destination. Now I'm gonna do a little sprint, and I'm gonna do probably like 2 more videos after a sprint video. So a sprint video, a nighttime driving video, and you're probably wondering, what do I mean by sprint video? I'm gonna do a little I think it's best for me not to say, but it's gonna be something next level above spirited driving. What is this next level above spirited driving? Well, you just gotta wait and see. But I also want to say this. This 1 year update is the very last update that I'm going to have on this car as far as any type of review or my assessment of this car, having this car. I think 1 year is more than enough. People could dial back at that point and pretty much get a gist of what they'll be looking at when getting this car. Also, we're more than halfway through the 2022 year, which means after 2023, more than likely this car is going to be very different, and by then I don't want to have it anymore. All right, let's switch our demeanor. We're gonna go into sport mode now. That's gonna kick the revs down. That's gonna keep it in the lower gear. Maybe a little bit more exhaust note, nothing too crazy. But the reality of it is we're switching gears because we're switching tunes on this vehicle, as well as my thoughts and perception. Although I do like the vehicle, I stick by my original premise. My thoughts that this ain't my type of car. You know, I got it because I really liked it. The tail lights look amazing. The design is cool. It's something very, well, it used to be boutique, but the area that I live in, everyone's got G70s, G80s, GV70s, and GV80s now. I don't live too far from the Genesis dealership locally, so they're pretty much everywhere at this point. For goodness sake, somewhere right across where I live at has one now, and I'm pretty sure it's because I'm inspirational. Well, we are here now. The reality of it is we knew the day would come where this car would have to exit the same way the Genesis Coupe has. And I did say that the replacement for the Genesis Coupe will be the new Nissan Z. Rap album coming soon. However, I have no idea when I'm going to get my hands on that car. Supposedly, they're supposed to be starting to arrive in like 2 months. If I can get one at MSRP in the near future, we can get this show on the road. But nonetheless, man, your options for cars nowadays with good speed, good price, and availability is slim to none. But let's get to the point, the crux of the video. And the crux of the video is Sport Plus mode, is traction control disengaged. Yes, it is launch control. It is back road. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to go once down, once back, give my updated thoughts, and talk about that interesting point that I wanted to talk about, because recently I took a road trip, as previously mentioned. But first, let's get to the exhaust notes and let's get to the drive. Woo! Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, this car is still floaty. That's the one thing I noticed on this bumpy road. It has good suspension dynamics and dampening for this vehicle size, type, and weight. However, it's still, you know, I like that tight, not bouncy, but nice, tight suspension to give me that easy, sporty feel. Easy minimum on the brakes, nice turn in. Oh, this feels good. Woo! Yeah, this car is very decent. Yes, this car is very decent. Oh, look at this. We're behind a vehicle that's literally so old it cannot reach the speed limit. What is that? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. On this back road, you're going to find a myriad of vehicle types, going from high-end Ferrari and McLarens to relics almost as slow as a racehorse. But that's neither here nor there. I like all types of cars. I'm not saying I will buy all types, but this is very interesting. And I have an awkward feeling that we're gonna have to pull to the side and let this man, yes, because he is going on the same road as us to enjoy the drive. Let's take a pause. All right, we're back. And you know what? I'm gonna put it in manual mode. We're gonna get some feel. It shifts very fast, but the timing, you know, I never really talked about this. The timing from when you pull the paddle to where the shift occurs it's good, it's decent, but it's not like pull change or right after you're done pulling it, that kick into the next gear happens. But it's still a good automatic either way, as I will demonstrate right now, making this turn. No drifts, no drifts. Yeah, it's not too bad. See that? But click, switch, click, switch. That's about the timing of it. Click, switch. Now, I did say this car is floaty. I've said that multiple times, but the handling, even with the floatiness, somehow is still good. It doesn't give you confidence on bumpy, hilly roads like this back road. But either way, you know that it'll turn. Let's stay in fourth. Woo! You hear that pop? Well, just in case you can't hear it, because the exhaust is not that loud in Sport Plus. Actually, I would argue it sounds pretty standard in Sport Plus. It doesn't sound like, yes, you get more noise, yes, the valves open, but you still don't get any type of true sporty aggression or loudness like you would get from like an M car, a 3, a 5, a 8 rather. I was gonna say 6, but no more for those. Let's go into third and see if we can get some good engine noise. That's a 3,000 RPM shift and a 4,000 RPM shift, and it's not loud, man. I definitely originally thought, you know, the exhaust note is pretty good enough for this car, but after 1 year, it's crazy, man. Time flies when you don't necessarily enjoy the car. But over time, I think on my 6-month update, I was like, you know what? An exhaust is definitely needed. Man, the turning is... We have to talk about the giraffe of this car. Yes, I said giraffe, and that is gas mileage. But first, in case you guys didn't know, Brembo brakes, red interior, matte white paint is because this is a launch edition. Only 500 of these were created. You got matte white, and you got matte gray, you got red interior, and you got these luscious, beautiful, currently dirty, poorly maintained BBS wheels. But anyway, yes, the giraffe of this vehicle is the gas mileage. But here's something interesting. I recently took this car on a road trip and ended up getting 28 miles per gallon. I know, it was so interesting, I couldn't believe it myself, right? You know, I complained a lot about the gas mileage in this car, and it's my fault, admittedly. But when I went on a road trip, I said, you know what? Let me actually figure out if this car is good as promoted, or not promoted, stated on gas, or better. And generally, if you are a slow driver, so to say, most people say slow driver, or you're a cruiser, you're probably gonna get better. Because I've, as we know, get 47, 48 miles per gallon in my Civic, way above advertised. And this one, it is rated at 18 city, 25 highway. You will get 18 to 20 in the city, eco mode, number one. Number two, very easy on the gas, meaning you're pretty much crawling off the line of a red light or stop sign. You are cruising and coasting. Same thing goes for the highway. You can set the cruise control at 70, 71 miles an hour, and you will still get that 27, 28 miles per gallon. My average mile per hour was around 58 to 62 miles per hour during my road trip. So that's actually better than advertised, and I can no longer complain about the gas mileage in this car. We've reached our first destination. Let's get back on our back road and let's get cracking. All right, let's get back on task. We're already in Sport Plus, drive, manual mode, launch control. I gotta get this thing timed to know if it's actually gonna do 0 to 60 in 4.5. I will tell you this, it is bogusly fast, as you will see once again right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, nice burn on the tire. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, this That doesn't feel like 4 though. That felt more like 5.3, as though I'm like some 0 to 60 specialist. I'm not drag times. I can't make that butt seat assessment. But nonetheless, let's go back down in the third. Let's get some noise. Ooh. You know what I love about this transmission? I hear people talk about how smooth and scalpel precision, all of these artistic words about Porsche's PDK. I want excitement. I want feel. I want to feel the car bang into the next gear. This does that. You get that nice little jerk kick when you go up in gear. A lot of people don't talk about that, and I don't know why, because for me that adds to the overall experience of driving an exciting car when you can downshift smoothly, because you want those smooth downshifts, but you want that hard kick on a tick up. Ooh, and you get the pop, so you get that nice crisp shift, even though it's plastic, and you get the pop, and then you get that nice jerk to say, bam, we're going into the next gear on our way to the moon. Nice little turn angle right here. Oh man, these got some pretty good turns. Man, if you really want to go in on this back road, you can. I don't. I'm good. I love those pops. And the funny thing about it is, I don't know if that's by design, but this car actually has the best noise and pops between 2,000 and 4,000 RPM. Ooh, almost got a little tail happy right there. Interesting. You can feel the car kind of lean more onto the suspension on the harder turns. You get much more body roll. I think that's probably the hardest I've ever taken that turn, and you definitely could see and feel the car shift just a little bit. We got another tight turn coming up here. We're gonna see what this feels like. We're gonna go down in the third, then further in the second. Yeah, you can feel the shift in weight. Oh, nice. Four-wheel drive working, coming out of the turn. Yeah, that feels good. Yeah, that feels good. Listen, I can tell you right now, this car is capable, but at the same time, I don't know, it just feels like it's good at what it does. It's not the best at what it does, but it tells you for sure it can do it, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, still a very capable car. This is a good car, man. I mean, if you're just doing city point-to-point type things in this vehicle, I don't know. I just can't see how you can really get... I definitely understand how you can get better than this. But from a road experience, this is about the most exciting you can get without going too crazy. All right, let's get one last walk around of this Butte. Man. Got those absolute, look, even today, I do not see a tail light design more luscious than that. Oh my God, like it's so distinct. Jesus Christ, like even when I see other G70s on the road now, which I do often in my areas that I frequent, not frequently, I marvel at how good the tail lights look. And it's interesting because I had the same feeling about the Genesis Coupe. I absolutely love the tail lights. Look, let's get this look. Man, this is, look, you get the nice swoosh on the back. Oh my God, that is so nice. Listen, I know what I said about the time for this car coming to an end, but man, it still looks so good. I mean, this car was the ultimate conversation starter when I had it. I was literally the first person to have this vehicle in the area, or second person actually. Somebody got the gray one, actually. Somebody had already came and got one gray one from the same dealership. I was literally one of the first people to have this vehicle. They literally only had launch editions on the road to start, and I chose this absolutely marvelous white color. Man, with the BBSs and the red interior, for the first 6 to 8 months of this car, I couldn't go anywhere without hard eye stares and people walking up to me to talk about the vehicle. But man, whoever gets this car after me, even if it's 1-2 years old, you are going to be very, very, very happy. But happier than me to the point to where you'll actually keep it clean. Let's turn this air down and get this nice little takeoff. Get some exhaust while it's quiet. Put the window down. Sounds good. And I love the fact that, oh man, half throttle just like that, low RPM takeoff, and you can literally hear the turbo spool up. You get this nice little this hissing, as well as this like this computeristic whine. Oh my goodness, look, man, this car has got to go. That's it. That's all I got for you guys in this video. Hey, shout out to all the new subscribers. Appreciate everybody for liking the video. Yes. Leo, Legion, loyal commenters and subscribers, you are very much appreciated. Man, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be Civic based.